Hi everybody, it's Dr. Michele Drake here, and I'm with Nicole, and she's going to ask me some questions that you guys frequently ask about puppy care.
Dr. Drake, how will proper puppy care impact the life of my dog?
So when you get a puppy, it's so important to come in right away because we want to make sure, one, that your puppy starts in your family in super good health and that there's not something obviously congenital that they've come along with that you'd want to know about in the beginning. Also, just how we set you up with vaccines and preventative care really does change and affect the quality of life long term.
Why is it so important to start good puppy care on day one?
Because there are many diseases of puppies, parasites and viral diseases that your puppy can get, and heartworm disease even, that we want to prevent all of these things or treat them if necessary, if they have parasites. And also these things, some of them are actually zoonotic, which means they could be transmitted to humans, and we never want that to happen. Veterinarians are also concerned with the family's health too, and that's our job, is to make sure that we don't miss anything that would be in your pet that could possibly be transmitted to your kids.
How soon should I bring my puppy in to see a veterinarian for their first exam?
We recommend that you make your exam appointment before you even leave to go get your puppy. So, and that would be just because we want to get them in here right away. We want to get started on deworming and catching congenital issues and just getting you set up on proper behavior and training plans. So we just can set up for just a great plan moving forward.
What are the most common health problems in puppies?
Well, obviously we're going to see a lot of parasites, intestinal parasites, and sometimes external. Some puppies come with fleas and ticks, depending on where they come from. We'll see ear mites on occasion, or scabies, which are skin mites, demodex, which is another type of skin mite. So these are things we're going to look for. We're going to look for your puppy's coat. We're going to do a fecal sample to make sure that if there are intestinal parasites, which many puppies have, that we're going to treat appropriately, and then get them set up on the right vaccine issue too, so that we don't wind up with parvo. Because unfortunately, sometimes people get puppies from places that are not super reputable, or people are just not knowing when they give you a puppy that they've handed you a puppy that has parvo, and those symptoms are going to show up in 24, 48 hours after you get the puppy, and so we'd really like to be on top of that.
What are some signs and symptoms of illness in your puppy?
So you should be getting a puppy between 7 and 8 weeks or older. 7 and 8 weeks is when it should be weaned. And signs of illness would be puppies do sleep a lot, but they are also very active once they wake up. And so first of all, if you come in here and I have a puppy that's like a wet noodle, I'm concerned right off the bat. They should be eating and drinking normally and having normal stools and have a certain amount of engagement with people. And if any of these things seem off, and we would be able to tell you if they're off if you bring them in here. It's not probably just a really laid back puppy, it's probably sick. But anything that just doesn't look right to you probably is not right. But it's really best to just bring them in here right away so we can help you determine if that's just not normal.
What are the signs of a healthy, thriving puppy?
So again, eating and drinking normal amounts, engaging with the family, wanting to play and cuddle, and then they do sleep a lot. Little baby puppies, 8-week-old puppies sleep a lot, so that is normal. But sleeping all the time or just being, very depressed, sort of, is not normal. So that's things you want to look for.
When should I start training my puppy?
So we highly recommend, there's a lot of miscommunication. This is something I'm a little passionate about having to wait till your puppy gets all its vaccines before you can train. And that's so not true, and such a missed opportunity of a very important time. Between 8 weeks and 12 and 16 weeks, a puppy goes through a lot of things, and we really want some super positive and safe training to be occurring during that time in socialization. So your puppy is being vaccinated every 3 weeks until they're 4 months. And so they are vaccinated, and so it's very safe to bring them to classes of where all the other dogs are vaccinated. So they are very safe to start the training right then. We highly recommend that your puppy start a training program, but that it be adapted to their personality. If we have a really small, shy breed of dog, we don't want them in with a bunch of German Shepherd puppies. So there is something to that, and we'd be happy to talk to you about that and your breed type and what's best for them when you come in for a visit.
Last question. What will my vet be looking for when first examining my puppy?
Yeah, so there's lots of things we look for. All the things we talked about, normal behaviors, personality types, and then physically we're going to look for, obviously we're going to check the fecal, send it off to a lab. We're also going to look in the ears and the eyes and the mouth, look for the teeth to make sure that they're in the mouth properly. We're going to listen to the heart and lungs. The heart should sound normal for a puppy. We do pick up congenital heart defects. We're going to feel the intestines and make sure that things feel good there. And we're going to ask you some questions that are going to help us determine what's going on at home to determine that this is a normal, healthy puppy. So really, there's lots to talk about when you guys come in here. We actually reserve like 45 minutes for the first puppy visit because there's so much to talk about. We want to make sure you have all the information you need. We also have lots online for you too. Anyway, there's lots of information for puppies, and here at the Drake Center, we really want to help you with that. So give us a call if you have any more questions.